In a small, peaceful village nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, there lived a group of blind men. They had been blind since birth and had never seen the world. They relied on their hands, ears, and hearts to understand life. They were content in their way, but their world was small, shaped only by what they could touch and hear. Despite their limitations, they believed they knew everything. They often sat together, discussing life, knowledge, and wisdom. They trusted their own understanding, even though none of them had ever experienced true vision. To them, their truth was the only truth. One day, news spread that a grand elephant had arrived in the village. The blind men had heard tales of elephants, huge, majestic beings that symbolized strength and wisdom. Their curiosity was sparked. They decided to experience the elephant for themselves. For the first time, they felt a longing to understand something beyond their small world. They set out together, eager to discover the truth about this legendary creature. When they arrived, the elephant stood tall and grand, its presence breathtaking. The air seemed to hum with its majesty. The blind men could sense its enormity, even without seeing it. Their hearts raced with excitement as they stepped closer, their hands trembling with anticipation. Each one was eager to touch the creature, to finally understand what an elephant truly was. The first man moved forward, his hands outstretched. His fingers brushed against the elephant's leg. It was thick, solid, and unyielding, like the trunk of an ancient tree rooted deep in the earth. He ran his hands up and down, feeling the rough texture of its skin. A smile spread across his face as he thought to himself, "So, this is what an elephant is, a mighty pillar, strong and unmovable. It holds up the world, steady and unshakable." In his mind, he could almost see the elephant as a towering column of strength, a symbol of power and stability. The second man moved closer, his hands searching the air until they found the elephant's tail. It was thin, flexible, and swayed gently in the breeze, like a rope swaying in the wind. He grasped it lightly, feeling its smooth texture and the way it moved with a life of its own. A sense of wonder filled him as he smiled and said in his heart, "No, the elephant is not a pillar. It is like a rope, delicate and free, dancing with the wind. It is light and graceful, a creature of movement and joy." In his mind, he pictured the elephant as something fluid and alive, a being that flowed with the rhythms of the world, untethered and full of life. The third man stepped forward, his arms stretching out cautiously. His hands brushed against something broad and soft, gently flapping in the air. It was the elephant's ear. He paused, feeling its smooth texture and the rhythmic motion as it moved back and forth, like a giant fan cooling the world. A sense of calm washed over him as he ran his fingers along its edges, marveling at its gentleness. He nodded to himself, a quiet certainty forming in his mind. The elephant is not a pillar or a rope, he thought. It is like a leaf, gentle and soothing, bringing comfort to the world. It is a creature of peace, swaying with the breeze, offering shade and serenity to all. In his heart, he imagined the elephant as a symbol of tranquility, a gentle giant that carried the quiet grace of nature itself. Each man formed his own understanding of the elephant, shaped by what he had felt. They were convinced they had discovered the truth, each one holding tightly to his own perception. The first man spoke of strength, describing the elephant as a mighty pillar, unshakable and firm. The second man countered with delicacy, insisting it was like a rope, light, free, and dancing with the wind. The third man spoke of grace, comparing the elephant to a gentle leaf, soft and soothing. Their voices grew louder as they argued, each one certain he was right. The more they debated, the more their words tangled, creating a web of confusion. As they stood there, lost in their disagreement, the air grew heavy with tension. Their voices echoed, but their words brought no clarity. Just then, a wise guru appeared, as if the universe itself had sent him. He had been watching silently from a distance, his eyes filled with kindness and his heart brimming with compassion. He saw their struggle, the way they clung to their limited truths, each man trapped in his own small world of understanding. They were like pieces of a puzzle, scattered and disconnected, unable to see the whole picture. The Guru's gaze softened as he realized their blindness was not just of the eyes, but of the mind and spirit. He knew they needed guidance, someone who could shine a light on their confusion and lead them out of the darkness. With a calm presence, he stepped forward, ready to show them the way. He gently took the first man's hand and guided it away from the elephant's leg. Slowly, he led the man's fingers to the trunk, letting him feel its rough, textured surface and its curious, curling shape. Then, he moved the man's hand to the tusks, smooth and sharp, and finally to the massive body, broad and sturdy. The Guru repeated this with the others, guiding their hands to the tail, the ears, the belly, and the back. Each touch revealed a new dimension of the elephant, a new piece of the puzzle. As their hands explored, the blind men's faces began to change. Confusion gave way to curiosity, and curiosity to understanding. The elephant was not just a pillar, a rope, or a fan. It was all these things and more. It was vast, complex, and magnificent, a creature beyond their imagination. Their minds, once clouded by limited truths, began to clear. They realized how small their individual perceptions had been. Together, under the Guru's gentle guidance, they began to see the whole picture, not with their eyes, but with their hearts. The blind men fell silent. The heated arguments that had filled the air moments ago faded into a profound stillness. The truth dawned on them like the first light of dawn breaking through a dark night. They had been so sure of their own perceptions, so certain of their individual truths, that they had missed the whole picture. Each had been leading the other, blind men following blind men, all stumbling deeper into confusion. Without the Guru's guidance, they would have remained lost in darkness, forever trapped in their limited understanding. The Guru smiled softly, his eyes filled with kindness and wisdom. He knew the lesson was clear, like a mirror reflecting the truth. In life, many people are like the blind men. They rely on their incomplete understanding, clinging to fragments of truth as if they were the whole. They follow others who are equally blind, leading one another into confusion, conflict, and darkness. To find true wisdom, one must seek a guide who sees the whole truth, a Guru who can illuminate the path. But guidance alone is not enough. One must also look within, through self-inquiry, to discover the light of knowledge that lies hidden in the heart. The blind men bowed to the Guru, their hearts swelling with gratitude. They realized how small their world had been, how narrow their vision. They vowed to seek wisdom, to no longer rely on their incomplete perceptions. From that day on, they walked a new path, a path of learning, humility, and self-discovery. Guided by the light of truth, they stepped out of the shadows and into the radiance of understanding. This teaching comes from the Mundaka Upanishad, which warns, living in ignorance, yet thinking themselves wise and learned, the deluded wander around, stumbling again and again. Like the blind led by the blind, they fall into deep darkness. This verse from the Mundaka Upanishad warns about the dangers of ignorance. People who lack true wisdom often believe they are knowledgeable. They speak with confidence but do not see the truth. When such people lead others, they all remain trapped in illusion and suffering. The Upanishad emphasizes the need for a true Guru, one who has seen the truth, to guide seekers on the right path. Without proper guidance, people move in circles, never reaching real wisdom. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.